What's the deal? What's the real deal? Holyfield, y'all. I hate it when my camera look like this. Hold on, let me fix that. Okay, there we go. That's the way it needs to be. What's going on, you guys? It's be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review, basically, of reality check inside of America's Next Top Model. You know, it's on Netflix. This is the America's Next Top Model. What is it? The documentary series that everybody been talking about. And I know I'm pretty late on talking about this, but I had a lot of things going on this week. Okay. So I had to make some type of time for it because it's like my schedule is starting to get back packed again because all these shows are coming back. So I had to find some way, somehow to put it somewhere in the schedule. So I only watched episode 1, and I know I got 2 more episodes to get into. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to do episode 2 tomorrow before Potomac. And I'm probably going to do episode 3 either probably after the Whether You Like It or Not panel or something like that. But I know I need to get episode 3 done at least before Tuesday. So it is what it is, okay? But it's 32 of y'all up in here so far, okay? And I see Catherine, I see Feisty up in here. I see Jacori up in here, Jacora, I think that's how you pronounce it, up in here, and all of those great things. And we're gonna get this thing started at the 5-minute mark, okay? I just want to tell y'all that I really appreciate everybody that has sent me, messages, DMs, everything under the sun about me revealing that I was sexually assaulted on the scene ATL on Thursday night. The episode came out Thursday, and it was very big for me to reveal that. And I actually came back after the episode and did a live and actually talked about it some more and stuff like that. So I really do appreciate everybody that reached out to me, gave me all kinds of sound advice, and gave me their love. Like even our OGs of the YouTube game, like Sweet Addictions TV, she reached out. Forest Rock, she reached out. There was like I think Bondi. It was so many different Ashley, so many different people that reached out to me, and I really appreciate you guys for giving me all of that love, because that was something that I needed. And I know that we filmed, me, Bando, and DJ filmed that scene back in August of last year, and it's just now coming out now. So for me to watch that shit back in the living room with Jamar, it was a lot, because I was getting teary-eyed watching that shit back. It was just a lot going on. And there was a lot of people in my real life that did not know that this even happened to me. So they've been seeing the post on Instagram, and it's been prompting everybody to reach out to me and stuff like that. And just so you know, the man is in jail. The person that did it to me, he is in jail, but it has nothing to do with me. I don't really know what he's in jail for at this moment in time. But the last thing I heard about him was that he was in jail yet again. So I don't know what he in jail for, but he is locked up yet again. So, who knows what he locked up for now, but But that's neither here nor is it there. Now is it? Okay. But we about to go ahead and get into Tyra now, and so y'all know what to do. We're gonna start at the 5-minute mark. So y'all know to light this chat up with nothing but flames. Go right ahead, light it up with nothing but flames. Flames here, flames there, nothing but flames. It's 47 of y'all up in here, and moderators, make sure you guys make sure that the people in the comments feel up to it to give their opinions and their thoughts about what we're talking about, because this year, the year of 2026, is not only is it about healing, but it's also about engagement. So if it's 48 people up in here already, then we need 48 people coming all at the same time, giving their thoughts and their opinions. So let's light this chat up with nothing but flames. Hey Payne, hey Norris, hey Prophet. Okay, so we got 50 folks up in here. Y'all know that the goal with every single live that we do is to crack 100 people with every single live, but we're at the halfway mark. We at 50. So let's go ahead and get into Miss Tyra Banks in this America's Next Top Model stuff, honey. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. So, where my notes at? Okay, here go my notes right here. All right. So it starts off with the background of Tyra Banks's career. Now, I remember growing up, and I remember Tyra Banks being that girl. Okay, I remember her non-acting ass being on, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air for a little while, And I remember her just being that girl on all of the photo shoots, like all of the cover girl shoots in every single magazine. All the guys that I knew growing up, they loved them from Tyra Banks. I'm the only one that didn't love Tyra Banks. I was kind of confused with myself. So while all the boys was probably looking at Tyra Banks, I was probably looking at Cisco from Drew Hill. Probably that's probably who the fuck I was looking at, because Cisco was fine with that blonde hair. The top in me is coming out. But yeah. Anyway, that's what that was. So we knew about her background. We knew how big of a person she was back then. Like Tyra Banks was that girl. Like Tyra Banks was just about everywhere. Like every single picture was out there and all that other shit, all that. But sometimes I wonder why her acting career never went far like that. You would think that with her like being like a like this big supermodel, she would have been able to like successfully cross over into more like movies and stuff like that. But I just never knew her to do that. If I'm not mistaken, I think she played on Soul Food too, the Showtime series. I think she played on, so if I'm not, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she played on Soul Food as their long lost sister or something like that. Like I think they found out that the sister was from an affair or some shit like that. I think that's what that was, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's what that was. But yeah, and then Tyra went on to having like her own talk show a while ago, and it went on for a couple of seasons, and some of us thought that she was probably going to be the next Oprah, because Oprah was leaving the game, so we felt like, okay, we got Tyra, so Tyra going to be but Tyra wasn't there that long. But we knew that, right? So she wanted to do a reality show, right? And she came up with this idea of America's Next Top Model. She was looking at the show American Idol. We already know what American Idol was. There was also a big phenomenon where, people from all walks of life come to a show, compete because they got talent. They're going about their business and stuff like that. And they do what they do. You feel what I'm saying? Like they go up there, they sing, they try to, compete for a gift of a lifetime, which is a recording contract. Anybody that's into music wants that type of thing to happen for them. Like they want their recording contract, like they want that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's what they want. And so not only was she looking at American Idol, but of course, the real world was still big back then. And if we want to talk about niggas that was fine, I was in love with Karamo when he was Trade. Oh, I used to love me some Karamo when he was straight. Oh my God, I did. I thought he was the finest man on the damn screen back then. Like Karamo was my man when I was in the 10th grade. I was so into Karamo, but still sitting up here telling folks that I wasn't gay. Go figure. But anyway, so she wanted the idea of doing American Idol, mixing it up with the real world and throwing in some girls that want to be models. And they thought that was a great idea. Now, the man that they were working with, he was like a big part of reality TV back then. You know what I mean? And so they hired Miss J as a runway coach. Miss J used to irk me, but he was so funny at the same time. Okay, like the nigga was funny as fuck. Like the nigga was funny as hell. Like I can't take that away from him. Like the nigga was fucking funny. Okay, but it just seemed like he was always annoyed all the time. You feel what I'm saying? Like it seemed like the nigga was always irritated by something, always annoyed by something. Like that's just how it would come across sometime. That moment, you know what I mean? Like it just came across like he was always mad. But I just think that he had at back then, even though I was thinking that he was annoyed all the time and things like that, I just felt like, well, maybe that was just his use of, trying to let the girls know that he ain't the one to play with, and he ain't finna sit up here and let y'all fuck his shit up and all this other stuff. So I think that's what Miss J was. Okay, that was his name, Ken Moak. He was the one who created Making a Band. When Making a Band was looking for like a pop group, and they created Old Town, and I still don't know now one song from Old Town. I bet there was a watered down In Sync probably. Okay, but let's see. So Jay Manuel was hired as a creative director. Now, even when I was in high school, when America's Next Top Model was out, still denying the fact that I was gay, I thought that Jay Manuel was a cute ass white man. I found him very attractive back then. I don't know why, but today I probably would have never looked at him. But back then, when I was growing up, I thought he was so fine to be a white man and a bottom. Well, who knows if he was a bottom or not? I don't know. But again, that's the top of me talking. But I used to think that he was fine, just a little bit. But they hired him as a creative director. I think he had been working with another big superstar during that time. And Jay came in and he did his thing. They was trying to shop it to certain networks. They were trying to shop it to ABC. They were trying to shop it to Fox. They were trying to shop it to CBS. And they all said no. Which was very ironic because I could have actually seen America's Next Top Model being on Fox. I could have absolutely seen it being on Fox. So I wonder why they didn't want to take it. But I damn sure could have seen it being on Fox. Like, I ain't gonna sit up here and tell you no lies. I damn sure he was working with Amon. I don't know why I'm forgetting. I was on some other shit before we came up here. But yeah, he was working with Iman. Thank you for reminding me. Y'all, if I forget anything, please put it in the chat. Thank you. So all the networks said no. So they went to UPN, being the last network that they went to. And I'm pretty certain that they probably didn't think that UPN was going to be about shit. I don't even think that UPN was really a respected network compared to Fox and CBS and NBC. Because, UPN was the type of network that really solidified like a lot of black shows in the 2000s. Like the Parkers and Moesha and, EVE and Half and Half and stuff like that. I could have, so they probably felt like, well, UPN, this probably ain't gonna be the right place for UPN and things like that. But Yah says it wasn't on Fox because it was too urban. That's they went to UPN, honey, and UPN was the last resort, and they got picked up. You know what I mean? They got picked up. Now, this girl named Shannon, she talked about getting casted. She always wanted to be like in the industry. She wanted to be a model and things like that. You know what I mean? Ebony, this dark-skinned girl, Ebony was called ugly growing up, and she always felt like she was ugly. And but all she really wanted to do was be an African princess, even though people was calling her ugly. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I hate hearing stories like this. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I hate hearing stories like this because of the fact that I really don't like it when people grow up and you hear the stories about them being called ugly and they actually grow up and think that they're ugly. It takes me back to my mom, y'all. And I tell y'all all the time, my mama don't give a fuck about me telling her story on my platform because we're just that close. So she don't give a fuck about me saying none of this shit. But when it comes down to my mama, like, a lot of y'all be thinking that my mama is beautiful and she's so pretty. Oh my God. My mama be surprised that y'all be saying it. Like, real talk, my mama be surprised that any of you guys be saying that she's pretty or beautiful or anything like that, because all her life she was told that she was ugly. Even by her own relatives, she was told that she was ugly. So I remember her telling me a story about how her grandfather looked at her and he said, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful. You're so pretty. Oh my God, you look so pretty today." And my mama started crying because she didn't believe that she was pretty because everybody said she was ugly, including her aunts. Her own mama said she was ugly. So imagine growing up being told that you're ugly, but going out into the world and they tell you how fine you are, how beautiful you are, and stuff like that. And I always thought that my mother was a beautiful lady. And I used to always wonder, well, maybe that's how I feel because that's something that you feel about your mama. Like, your mama's a beautiful person. Your mama is beautiful and all this other stuff. Like, I always felt like my mama was the most beautiful person in the world. But she didn't feel that way. So, and that's because of the things that people will put into her head. So to hear Ebony say things like that about her own self was kind of like triggering in a sense, because I never want to hear um because I never want to hear stuff about anybody being called ugly or anything of the sort, because that's just a ugly term to use about somebody. You feel what I'm saying? So, it's crazy. But this was during a time where it wasn't taboo to say things like that. Um, Giselle felt like when she got on the show, she had made it. And that's probably what a lot of them thought, because just look at it. You feel what I'm saying? It just, just look at it. Like, we are on TV. They think that being on TV is the one all be all. But it's really not the one all be all when you're getting on these reality shows. Even back then, like, it's not the one all be all that you probably think that it is. It's just not. You got to get on there, do your thug thizzle, see how you can make the best of it and move on. There are some people that have been on reality TV for years and they did shit with themselves because all they're doing is relying on their reality TV check, not knowing that this shit can go away at any moment. So when you get on reality TV, it's a platform for you to use to make something of yourself. And because, she was, she was young, of course she thought, I'm gonna be on TV, so baby, I'm gonna be famous and everything's gonna go my way. And that's just not what happened. So Ebony was outed as a lesbian on the show, and she didn't really know how to take that being talking about her sexuality on the show, because back then it really wasn't a thing to have like homosexuality being seen on TV. And that was true. I remember growing up, and it was kind of like, you will see things on TV, anything dealing with anything that was dealing with homosexuality was always getting like cut out, or when people wanted to discuss it, it was more so like, oh my god, like they gay, like why are they on here, like there people will always turn their nose up whenever they would see a gay person on a show. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, okay, you know what I mean? So this was like in the early 2000s. So it's like, yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Let's see where we at. Let's go here. We got 90 people up in here. We need 10 more to hit 100. So Janice Dickinson was brought to the show, and I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Back when the show was out and it was popping and everybody loved it so much back then, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, I never liked Janice Dickinson. Never once in my life did I like her. I thought that she was teen too much. I thought that she did too much. I thought she was dumb as fuck, and I just couldn't understand why she was even here. Like, I couldn't even understand why the fuck she was even here. Like, girl, why are you here? Why are you talking? Why are you doing the things you do? Why are we here? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't like that shit at all. Like, I'm like, girl, what the fuck you doing? Because she was just mean as fuck for no reason. And when she was on, I remember she was on The Surreal Life, and she was getting into it with Omarosa, and Omarosa used to make her ass cry all the time. Like, she was just an ass, to be honest. And I just thought that she was a miserable ass son of a gun. Like, that's just what I thought about her back then. I just couldn't understand it. Like, I'm just like, girl, why are you mad? And why are you so fucking mean? But just like Feisty just said in the comments, back in those times, you had to have a judge on there that was kind of like rambunctious and had this big mean personality, just like they had Simon Cowell on what is it, Simon Cowell on American Idol. You had Janice Dickinson on America's Next Top Model. But just like Payne also said in the comments, Janice was a reflection of what the industry was saying, because those are the things that we don't realize, is that we talk about what they saying on this show, but if the cameras wasn't around, that's the shit that they would fucking say. The industry is very much so built on image and how you look and the way you talk and everything like that. And if you way too raw or you way too whatever, they're not gonna be dealing with that. They not fucking with it. And that's just the basis of the situation. They not fucking with it at all. Like for real, for real. So where we at? Let's continue on, y'all. So Shannon had an eating disorder. And she continued having that eating disorder because she saw how it was like making her lose weight, making her lose fat, making her do anything. And to be honest, I feel as though I hate it when I hear, and that's another thing. I hate it when I hear a woman have an eating disorder and she feel like she gotta throw her food up and to stay a size. You feel what I'm saying? Because you hear about a lot of different people that actually had an eating disorder in the industry. Like I think Brandy had an eating disorder. I think Jessica Simpson had one because I think on her album In This Skin, because I do have that album, she was saying in the song In This Skin that she had to be 102, being that she had to be just that fucking skinny. She had to be 102 pounds in order to get an album put out or whatever she said. Those are some of the one of the most horrible things you can hear. Let me see what this person said here. Great work as usual. So proud to see the real time evolution of a deep South gay man. Well, I definitely appreciate all of that. I always do appreciate the good things and everything that y'all say. I definitely appreciate all of it, honey. I definitely do. But because even what they were saying about Giselle and talking about how wide her damn hips was and shit like that, like that shit is fucked up. Like, it sucks, but that's a part of the industry. The industry is all about image. It's all about an image. It's not you can't really be yourself in industry. You got to be a character of what they want you to be. You can't go in there being yourself. And that's partially why I never really wanted to be like a part of the industry like that, because I'm just not here to conform to industry standards and being the type of industry person that they want you to be. Because I personally feel like if I was in the industry and trying to be in show business and trying to be on some type of talk show or something like that, the type of person that these folks in the industry would want me to be, they would want me to be some Saucy Santana type of nigga, and that ain't me. Because we're gay, they feel like we're all like Saucy Santana. We're all like Zell Swag. It's always that same gay that they have on these kind of shows. And I'm just not willing to be that. I'm willing to be me. I'm willing to be me. Like, that's just what it is. So it's all about an image. It's all about a character. It's all about what they think you should be or who you should be like or who you should act like. It's all about that. So, it is what it is. Let's continue on. So she lost America's Next Top Model and she went through it because she lost it, but she wound up getting signed to an agency and she was able to get work and jobs and shit like that, even though she didn't win. So Giselle had found out that she was on a billboard in Los Angeles, and by that point, it was like, okay, girl, I done made it. I'm on a billboard, baby. I'm on a motherfucking billboard. Can't nobody tell me nothing, baby. I'm on a goddamn billboard, honey. All right, and I really don't, it's shit. Because if it were me, I would definitely feel like that. Like, bitch, I made it, bitch. I made it, honey. I'm on the billboard, bitch. Everybody finna know my name, okay? If I was dumb, if I didn't know what I know now, I probably would have been the same way. Yeah, bitch, I'm on them. Yeah, bitch. Okay, yeah, bitch. Get into it, okay? That's what it would have been. But she was in for a rude awakening. Let me see. Scotty, can we take a moment for your confessional again? What you talking about? You talking about what I had on in my confessional? Is that what y'all talking about? Let me see. So then Tyra said after the first episode, she was worried about the reception of the show. She was worried about the ratings. And baby, let me tell y'all, I was so tickled when I saw them pull up that computer and saw that AOL shit. That shit used to piss me off. I don't know if all of y'all had I don't know if y'all had what was it? Dial up. But I used to hate trying to log into AOL because it was like, okay, you got to worry about that. Okay, we got past the first dude running. Now we got to get past the second dude running. Then it's like it take forever for that second dude to run to third place. And once you get to third place, you be like, yes, bitch, you in there. Yes. Okay. So that's how it used to be. The struggles of early internet, honey. I am so glad that Juan Dixon has nothing else to do with the internet. So glad, because we wouldn't even be able to put out no videos on YouTube if we still had dial up. We wouldn't be able to do no lives with no fucking dial up, because that shit would have fucked up every which way. I am so glad that we ain't got no dial up no more. Thank God. Okay. But but yeah, so they went into chat room. Them chat rooms used to be lit on AOL, okay? My ass was a teenager in the motherfucking chat rooms. I had no business being in there, but they were fucking lit, okay? They was looking at the chat rooms, trying to see what everybody was saying about the show, because back then, it wasn't on social media back then. Like, it wasn't no MySpace. It wasn't no Black Planet, no Facebook, no Instagram, no Twitter, no TikTok, no Vine, none of that shit. Like, it was none of that going on back then. So what you had back then was the chat rooms on AOL. That's what you had back then. Okay. So as the show started to air, Giselle says that the show just wasn't what she thought it was going to be, right? Being that she heard them hoes talk about how her ass was big, her hips was wide, and all that other stuff, and she did not know that they were saying it. And the thing is, she realized that in her like in her confessionals or something, production would try to get her to say bullshit about other people on the cast, or tell her what other folks have said about her and all this other stuff. But see, that's the way reality TV is. They are going to they're going to sit there and they're going to try to provoke certain situations that they don't have to provoke, but they will do that. You feel what I'm saying? For the sake of the show. And I can only imagine how she didn't know they said all this stuff about her, and then she watching this show back, and now she's seeing the negative shit that they were saying about her body. And I can only imagine how that took a toll on her, because these are people that I look up to. These are people I see every day, and they're talking about my body and talking about my ass is fat, and not in a good way. They ain't saying some shit like ass fat. Yeah, I know. That ain't what they saying. They saying, bitch, you're fat. Okay, that's what they're saying. Like on Queens of Comedy, when Adele said, I woke up one morning, my daughter said, Mommy, you're fat. And I knew I had to do something. So I picked up that phone and I called Jenny Craig. That's what that was giving. Like I said, it wasn't giving the whole ass fat. Yeah, I know. It was giving, Mommy, you're fat. That's what that was giving. That's what that was giving. I'm just telling y'all. That's just what that was giving. So that hurt her feelings. And I can only imagine how that hurt her feelings, like I said before. So Ebony started talking about her bald spots and how they had people cutting her hair who did not know how to cut her hair. Look at the folks that they had cutting the hair. First of all, look at who they had cutting the hair. They don't know how to cut no nigga hair. And when I say nigga, I'm not talking about her gender. I'm talking about her as a person. They don't know how to cut no nigga hair. They don't know how to do that. So what the fuck why would they even have them cutting her hair? Why would they even do that? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't even understand it. Like, why would they even do that shit? Like, why would they even have them cutting the hair anyway? Making her look like a damn fool. You feel what I'm saying? Like, why would they do that? So not only did they give her 3 bald spots, but then she was talking to Tyra about the hair stuff. But then Tyra started saying that she would show up ashy and that her skin was rough. And I was like, bitch, what? Bitch, what? I'm here to talk to you about how these motherfuckers have fucked up my head and gave me 3 damn bald spots, giving me a super cut haircut. And you up here telling me Did I show up ashy? What? Like, what? And you know, when you watch this show and you're watching it as a child, you're not thinking about stuff like this, right? You're not really thinking about stuff like this. You're really not talking about stuff like this, right? But then as you get older, you realize that this shit is problematic. Cause you're gonna sit up here and tell me that I show up ashy? Like that's what we doing? You gonna tell me that I show up ashy? Like that's what the fuck we're talking about right now. You gotta be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. I show up ashy. Really? That was the most horrible shit ever. And I know that probably fuck with that girl's self-esteem for real, because like, girl, what? Like the shit was so off-putting to me. Like I couldn't even believe what the fuck I was even hearing. Like for real. Like what the fuck? Like what are we talking about? It was fucking ridiculous. It really was. Like it was crazy. But let's continue though. Then I see that some of the judges said that Ebony looked old. She was aggressive and angry. And her skin was harsh. And bitch, the microaggressions, the colorism that was being stated in those moments was really pissing me off when I was laying in my bed watching these. It was literally pissing me off when I was laying in my bed watching this shit. It was so colorist. It was so many microaggressions in it. She's always so angry and so aggressive. What? She looks old. She looks like an old woman. Oh my God, she looks old. Her skin is harsh. Are you serious? Are you serious? Then Ebony see that and she's heartbroken after she leaves the show. After the show, she was fucking heartbroken by this shit. And to be honest, I would have been too. Like for real, I would have been heartbroken too. Because what the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is what we're here to do. Like, I'm here to learn how to be America's Next Top Model. I'm here to learn something from you. I'm here to do what you want me to do. Like, I'm here to learn from you. You hear what I'm saying? And the fact of the matter is, y'all tear me down. Y'all being colorist. You're being anti-black, and you're painting me out as an aggressive black woman. You fucked up my head. You say I look ashy, and all of this other shit. And no one expects for me to feel any kind of way about the bullshit that was stated in these moments here. No. We're not gonna sit up here because watching this shit, I really wasn't expecting to feel no kind of way about the stuff that I heard them talk about, right? I really wasn't expecting to feel no kind of way about a damn thing, right? But baby, I did. I felt all kinds of ways about this shit. I felt every kind of way about it. Because it's like, girl, what? Are you for real? And I see people trying to compare the two, like, oh my God, y'all are so horrified by America's Next Top Model, but y'all watch baddies. Bitch, I don't watch baddies. Number one, let's be clear. I don't watch that bullshit. I don't watch that lame ass bullshit. You know, y'all talk about disrespecting black women and putting black women in the bad light. They got these motherfuckers out here like they fucking Clarissa and Layla Ali. All these motherfuckers do go to a mansion and fight for no motherfucking reason. So it's just like, it ain't the same bullshit. Two things can be true. Baddies is problematic as fuck right now, and America's Next Top Model was fucked up back then. It was motherfucking problematic back then, and we just didn't see it, nor did we notice how problematic the shit was. Let's just be for real about the whole thing. So then Giselle says that after the show, nobody wanted to sign her based on the fact that she got the confidence edit on the show, basically. In so many words, she was saying that they made her feel as though she had no confidence in herself. Like she didn't have no confidence. She didn't feel, whatever. Everything wasn't right with her. And, they felt like she just didn't have it in her to be like a model. And when they do modeling, they want it to be like a thing of confidence. They want the girls to know themselves and be themselves and do whatever for themselves. That's what they want. And, quite frankly, that's not what she was giving at that moment. And that's why they let her go. That's why they let her go. And it was kind of fucked up, but that's just what happened. That's what happened to her. They let her go, do, for the confidence thing. And my thing is, for that, it just really fucked her up because she couldn't get no jobs. Ebony says that this wasn't a modeling show, in her opinion. This was just a show to tear women down. And to be honest, that's exactly what it was. Like, it was very problematic, and it just showed how superficial this industry really is. Like, it's just really showing us the things that women have to go through in this industry. And sometimes it's not always at the hands of a man. Sometimes it's at the hands of women themselves who want to tear you down and make you feel like crap and make you feel like shit. I mean, that's just what I think of the situation. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think it's horrid, and I think it's kind of, fucked up that both Giselle and Ebony went through that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I think that that's messed up, but it just goes to show you that this industry is a dirty ass industry. They don't care about none of these people. They don't give a fuck about y'all, honestly. And this is an industry that a lot of people want to be a part of. And sometimes when you hear all these horror stories, it makes you not want to be a part of this industry. You know what I mean? Because like they said, the industry will fuck you up, suck you dry, all that other shit. Like, that's exactly what it would do. So we're gonna move on to Shandy. I remember Shandy. That was the season that I was watching. When she came on America's Next Top Model, Shandy was working at Walgreens. And I ain't even gonna tell you no lie. I could see Shandy working at Walgreens. This ain't even no joke. This ain't even me trying to be funny. I could definitely see Shandy working at motherfucking Walgreens. I could see that. But she was working at Walgreens. And Shandy knew nothing about walking as a model. She knew nothing about modeling. Like, she didn't know anything. So she came into it not knowing nothing, but she wanted to learn. This was something new for her. She wanted to get her feet wet. And as the show continued to progress, Janice started baiting Tyra. Like, Janice would say things that she knew would get Tyra's goat, or she knew that she would say things that would be bothersome to Tyra. She knew exactly what she was doing. And it was becoming too much for Jay. So then Jay started coming for Janice in defense of Tyra, because Tyra became his bestie. So he was taking up for her, and then they'll go back and forth. And I'm just looking at Janice like, girl, shut your ass up, duck mouth ass. So they brought in Nigel as a photographer and a judge, and they wanted like this sexy straight male to be a part of the show. Now, I'm just going to be for real and be frank. I ain't never seen nothing fine about Nigel. Nigel ain't never did it for me. Just got to be honest here. Nigel ain't never really just did nothing for me. Like, ever did anything for me in the looks department. Never did nothing for me at all. So I was trying to see where the fineness come from. Like, I was just trying to see where that coming from, because it's like they thought he was fine, because I didn't. But that's neither here nor there. You feel what I'm saying? Like, y'all thought he was fine. Did y'all think he was fine? Because I didn't. I ain't see it for the man, so it is what it is. But okay, y'all thought he was fine then. All right. He wasn't no ugly man, but he just wasn't fine to me, He just wasn't fine to me. Just saying. This whole thing with Shandy was, they were saying shit to her, calling her an ugly duckling that turned into a swan. I'm not trying to be sensitive, y'all. But that was a fucked up term, y'all. Just just listen to what I'm saying, right? Would you want somebody to tell you that you went from an ugly duckling to a motherfucking swan? Would you want to hear somebody tell you that? Because I don't want nobody to tell me no shit like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little sensitive. Maybe I'm just as sensitive as people think I am. But, bitch, don't tell me you went from an ugly duckling to a swan. Girl, fuck you. Like, girl, what? I went from a what to a what? What the fuck? So basically, you're saying that I was ugly, and now I'm beautiful now. I don't know if I would have taken that as a compliment. Maybe I'm just doing too much. I don't know, but I personally wouldn't have taken that as no motherfucking compliment. Because bitch, who you calling ugly? So they went from her being like a blonde and they turned her to a platinum blonde because it was a whole point of making her a swan, I guess. I don't know. And Shandy finally felt pretty. You know, like she never felt pretty. No one ever told her she was pretty. At this moment, she finally felt like she was a pretty girl. So Shandy was the black sheep of her family. And Shandy left home right after high school, and her family didn't even give a fuck. She didn't receive no love from her family. Nobody really cared about her or cared about her or cared about showing her any kind of love at all. And it was kind of sickening to see that and hear that. And they had that psychic that came in. And I think she told her that all she really wants is love and family. And it kind of made her like shed tears and cry in a sense. And I feel her on that. Like, all people really want in this life is love. Like, that's all people really want. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't know. I just feel like it was like I always sympathize with the black sheep of the family. I always do because I'm the black sheep of mine. So Shandy really wanted to win this competition up until they went to Milan, and I'll never forget that episode. They went to Milan, they brought these guys around, brought the guys to the house with them, and then they was getting drunk, having a good time. And Shandy wound up getting way too flirtatious, way too drunk, getting all over the man. And she had sex with the nigga, and they filmed the entire thing. They didn't try to stop nothing. They didn't try to do anything. They filmed the entire thing of her having sex with that man. And that's where episode 1 closes off at. I'm already looking forward to the next episode of this. And y'all know I'm coming back tomorrow for another live on this tomorrow. But baby, that did something. I don't know why that did something to me, child. Because I'm like, but you know, that's what reality TV do. This is the dark side of being on reality TV. They don't give a fuck about you. Once you sign that dotted line, like, you're their property. They don't care about fucking up your life or making you look however they want to look. Like, they don't care about any of that. They don't give a fuck. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, no. But back then, it's like, what do you expect? You know, but they didn't expect it. Today, we expect some type of shit to happen like this on some damn reality show. We're already expecting that to happen already. Like, we know it's gonna happen. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? So I get it. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. That's all. I actually hope that you guys enjoyed my live on this because I should have been did this live days ago, but I was really dragging my feet with this. Of course, literally dragging my feet with this whole thing. But I got my ass up here and did it. You know, today was a lazy day. It's been raining all day, so I've been in the bed literally all day. I ain't seen Jamar all motherfucking day. So that goes to show you that I've been in my room all fucking day. Okay. But I'm here. I'm done. I will see you guys tomorrow for the second part of this documentary, as well as the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion. Okay, that's it. That's all. And I will see you guys on the next one. February is almost over. March is on the way. And March is where I really, really try to dig into my plans and what this channel is going to be. I posted one reaction video so far, and I intend on doing more reaction videos as well as more music reviews starting in March. Because, you know, January, February, that's really the beginning of the year. But once you get into March, you pretty much really start the year over. So I'll be doing that because Love and Marriage Huntsville come back in March. So that will complete my entire reality TV schedule. So I got to figure out how I'm going to do all this shit because I got a lot to do. But with that being said, y'all, thank y'all for supporting me. Thank y'all for everything. I appreciate y'all for everything. Thank you guys for tuning into the latest episode of the Scene ATL. I know that it has been, it ain't been no crystal stale. I know we've been gone for a long time, but we already know that season 2 is going to be very different. They already got new people that have reached out to production, wanting to help and, you know, make it look better next season, make it sound better next season, all that other stuff. So yeah, the Scene ATL season 2 will be the breakout season, in my opinion, because there's a lot that's about to go into making this season the best one yet. Like I said, once again, thank y'all for reaching out to me after seeing the episode or seeing my post on Instagram. Thank you for all of that. And I love you guys. We will see you guys Thursday for another episode of the Scene ATL. We got 3 more episodes to go, y'all. All right. So with that being said, y'all, you boys up out of here, and I will see you guys on tomorrow. Bye.
That 20, yeah, you always been a sneaky bitch, hating from the sidelines, trying to get picked, yeah. You don't found one, yeah, you don't found one. You don't found one, found you a real one. On my assets lately, you catching face shots, fire catching babies. Heavy on the highs, better get you some gravy. Cut that lady check, why you out here being lazy? I got bored with that season, I'm talking shit when I'm spitting. Fact, the bitch, I'm the reason. When it got you hoes heated. Snow got them hoes sneezing, got the meals you not eating. Where had them hoes leading, God trust when I'm speaking. It's getting
big bands gon' make it hot. Real niggas gonna come up, don't let the game gon' change us. Real niggas in my circle, ho, don't ever play us. This the real hustle, we make the money, don't make it make us. They ain't bout shit, talking out they neck. Bitch, we bring the heat every time we step. You fucking with a beast, fucking with the best. Get money on the east, plug on the west. Bitch, I'm from the north, but we run it south. Bitch, we outside, what you talking about? Who the fuck is me? No, who the fuck is you? Get these niggas.